Joe at MotionRc, and today I'm going to show you something I found on MotionRc. You might have seen a couple of videos. I haven't seen much from Motion on it except one or two, but this is basically their new 850mm Avenger. It's really nice, and what's nice about this plane, this is a plug and play. It has retracts, and I'll show you on the box right here, okay? It has retracts, and not a lot of planes have retracts at this size, and they really put that into it, okay? So this is a plug and play, and from MotionRc, really nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox it, lay it out here for you, show you everything that you get with it. I am going to install, and this is a Spektrum. This is an AR631 AS3X and safe 6-channel receiver. Okay, I'll put links down there. You can put a gyro or not use a gyro. It's up to you whether or not you want to, but I'm just going to use a gyro because of wind and everything. It calls for anywhere from a 1,000 to a 2,000 mAh pack. I have a 3S 11.1 volt 1330C. This battery is a IC3. Okay, so what happens is that you're going to need a connector because this is a JST plug that you're going to need to put it into the battery connector onto the plane. Okay, so I went ahead and I did not have the exact connector. I have an IC2, everything, and that doesn't connect in there. So I went ahead and I had to get a connector that goes into the IC3. Unless you buy the batteries and stuff like that, you already have it. You don't have to worry. And I have one that'll connect to there, right there, another connector, and that JST will go into the battery plug into the plane. I'm going to hook it up to my new that I bought a little while ago. It's my Spektrum IX14 SE. I'm going to do a complete radio setup and show you how we do all that in the video. I think this is going to be maybe probably a 2-part video, maybe 3 with the radio set up, and then we'll do a flight with it. Okay, I'm going to get the plane all laid out here on the table, show you what you get. You're also going to need to assemble this. You're going to need some thin CA, and you're going to need some foam tack, which I have around here someplace. You can use some China glue. Okay, that's just good enough. Everything. So you can use that. And you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. All right. Okay, guys, I got it all laid out here. Show you what's inside the box. Okay. I'll give you some up close and detailed look of it. It's very nicely detailed for an 850mm with retracts. My God. Looks really nice. Detailed. Looking good. There's your stabilizer and your rudder. Back side, one of the wings. And the other side. And you have your aileron. Okay. Looking good. Oh, you also get your bag of screws and wing joiner and servo plugs that you need for your retracts and aileron right there. Okay. There's your battery. There's your ESC, the plug. I'm not sure about that ESC being so close to that battery. I don't like that. I'll figure that one out. Check it out a little bit more in detail. Servos for your rear. Tail gun. Looks really nice. Nice detail. They did a nice paint job on this. Exhaust underneath. There's that rear steering. Yeah, not bad for $229 with retracts on an 850mm. Okay, and once again, this is the Avenger. Looks really nice. The next thing that we have to do, oh, I forgot, the canopy. Okay, we get that over in the light. You can see, there's our pilot. Not much in the canopy there. Okay, looks nice. All right, so the next thing in part of this part of this video is we're gonna put it together, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. All right, first part of this build, you're gonna take your rear elevator or stabilizer. I want you to test fit it into the slot back here, and it fits nice, looking good there. And then I was going to use some foam tack. Actually, it's also recommended you could use some medium CA. Just take some medium CA along this line right there, in there, and put some on each side of there a little bit. Probably put some on the bottom too. So I'm just going to put that in there, slot it in, and I'm going to let it cure. I'm not going to use any Instagrab or anything whatsoever on there because that'll discolor the paint. How's that look to you? Okay. And I'm going to let that set up for about 5 minutes and let that go. All right. Okay, guys, I got the rear stabilizer elevator set there. Next, like I said, there's 3 little slots, 1, 2, and down there. And you got these little hinges right here for the rudder, okay? Now, these are crucial steps. This is the only crucial steps and everything whatsoever. Putting this on the elevator and putting on the rudder, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the plane on its side. I've already test fitted it in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on this and slot them into those holes there. Make sure they get in. It goes down. Okay, so they look sort of like this. You're going to get some thin CA. But first, I want to show you what I did. Okay, pull it over to the light. And this is where I want to show you. See? Right there and there. Now I think this one needs to go in just a tad bit more. Crucial step. You don't want it to glue that so it doesn't move. That's important. I'd rather have this on an angle like this so it goes down into those slots. So just bear with me. Bear with me. I don't want that thing flying off in the middle of flight. Okay, so let's see if that does anything. I put a that there like that. All right, and this is thin set CA, foam safe. I think I did a decent job. MotionRc did a little bit like I did. I'm doing a little bit extra. Alright. Probably what I'm going to do is get some, where is it? Alright. This is just some tape for when you're taping off a wall. Just pull it down like that. Let it sit there for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes, let it set up. Okay, so after a few minutes letting that set up, I'm just going to pull off this tape. Oh, I got a little thing there. Oh, I have touch-up paint for that. And we got this. Let's wag it back and forth. That doesn't seem to be coming out. And that's holding. And there we go. Next thing is we have to go into putting on our wings. And you want to get your 2 servo plugs. One for aileron, one for retracts. They kind of just sit there and go into like this. There's a hole there and a hole over that side. So we want to sit there and feed one through there. Okay. And the other one over to there. That's the aileron. Then we have to take our retracts. Fit them through that same hole. So they're in there and on each side like that. Keep in mind, retract, aileron. All right, which one is which? I grabbed my wing and I followed up where it went. I pulled it out a little bit, followed up to make sure which one was the aileron, which one's the retract, because they don't label it. And they say the longer one is the retract and the shorter one is the aileron. Okay, if that's what they say, okay, fine. What I'm going to simply do here is got aileron. I'm going to look for the aileron plug. All right, this one is aileron. White on yellow. Plug it in there. And this is the retract. And white on yellow there, like that. And pull that in to the slot that is in there, into the fuselage, and pull them up. And I'm just going to plug this side of the wing, into that area there before I put in our wing spar, which will be next. Okay, our wing spar goes in here. Plug it down. Doesn't go any farther because there's this little notch right there. Okay, put it in. Push it into the slot right down in there. You see that little hole, to a point where I got to then plug in the rest of the wires. And you don't want them to crimp or anything whatsoever. Make sure, just like we do on most of our planes, and we are going to feed it in, make sure everything looks good, and then we are going to close it. Okay, and they look good. All right, now we have our plugs right there, retracts, aileron, connect it, and they are tight. Make sure they're tight. Now, I certainly believe that everything is plugged in the way it's supposed to be. We'll find out when we sit there and fire it up. Hey, yo, yo, yo. So we take this device, and we also take, we got some extra Velcro, and our 2 screws that are, these are Phillips heads. Okay, this goes down into this area right here, just like this. So what we're going to do is put in each screw there, that screw there, and we're going to tighten it down. Screw it down until it starts grabbing and the foam starts pulling on each side. That's it. All right, we got the wings on, we got the wires in, and I got marked one for ailerons on each of those little green things, and we'll see how that goes from there. All right, that's how we install our wings. Looking nice. All right, guys, this is the complete build of the Avenger plug and play from MotionRc, 850mm. Okay, looking good. Left and right. So the next thing is, in the part 2 of the video, and that's coming up next, we're going to install the receiver, of course the battery, and we're going to do a full transmitter setup on the IX-14 SE. Okay, so that's next. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's a little bit longer, but a lot of people don't show a lot of stuff about this. Beautiful old plane, even MotionRc doesn't. And I want to give you a full detail setup on how to do it, everything. So part 2, radio transmitter, receiver, everything is coming up next. That's part 2. Again, like I said, enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon. And make sure you give a good like and subscribe and check out all my videos, all right? See you on the next one, and here we go. Part 2 coming up next. Bye.